Welcome back to the 21-day Velo plan, where we are getting into maybe the single most important and most misunderstood and biggest struggle that guys have with pitching mechanics, the front leg. If you've heard of lead leg block, if you've heard of stabilizing the front leg and all of those things and what to do with it, we're going to break that down. But if you're a dog and you want to actually throw harder with less stress on your arm, and with less effort, so you can look like a dude that's projectable, that's scoutable, and that guys want to sign and want to commit, then make sure you pay attention to the end of this video and make sure that first off, you're watching the first 5 days as we lay the foundation. Because if you just skip ahead to this video right here, that's great that you're going to want to master this. But everything else beforehand is what's going to allow you to master this effortlessly. And then at the end, we're going to preview into day 7, which is laying out the rest of the 21-day plan and exactly what you need to do moving forward to throw harder with less effort and less stress and commanding the zone like a dog. All right, so let's get into front leg pitching mechanics. And I'm going to pull up my good buddy, Justin Verlander, who I have met back in college. He actually, when they were on their tour after their success in the World Series, or lack thereof, I got to meet him, and I'm excited because I've used him for years, literally like a decade and a half, when I demonstrate front leg pitching mechanics. And this is from way back in the day when I was originally sharing video of him. And this is actually an updated video. Credit to MLB Film Room for this awesome footage. So check out what his front leg does. We're going to use the analogy of a rubber band again. So if you're looking at when he goes to land, we're looking at what this front leg does right here. So let's go ahead and reverse it a little bit. And I want to just show you the general transfer of energy and what it's looking like, because you're going to take all this energy down into the ground, and then it's going to gradually move in that direction. It's going to move in the direction toward home plate, and then it's going to stop and redirect up into and through the body and out through the arm. So watch how Verlander moves down the mound. The energy stops right here with his front leg, and then it's going to redirect like this in a nice smooth pattern. And what I like about the Verlander videos is typically you see a really nice angle where it goes just like that. Not everyone's the same. You're going to see one of two different things. You're either going to see that this front leg kicks back like that, or that it stays put. Regardless, though, you're going to see that it doesn't kick forward. Because if it kicks forward, then there's a lot of that force and energy that's kind of just sitting and then not redirecting back up into the body. So it's just like a rubber band. If we take a rubber band and we want that thing to go as far as possible, we're going to pull that as far back as possible. Or we're going to pull it back as far as possible. Or from here, pull it back as far as possible. And if we want it to go as far as possible and as fast as possible, notice every time my thumb does not move. In order for this to feel more stable, I need to keep my thumb as still as possible. And that's exactly what your front leg is doing. So up until this point, if you've been paying attention and you're a dog and you're ready to put the work in, we're trying to get as balanced on the back leg, maintain it all the way through as much as possible so that it's easy and effortless to be able to get the arm up via the spine. And then as we land, we're able to redirect and rotate all that energy forward toward home plate. So we'll watch it again. All that energy is going to go that way. As he goes down the mound, both in a linear and rotational fashion for all of you that are linear gurus and fanatics. You'll see that knee completely stops, and then it's going to redirect. and boom, he transfers that smooth transfer of energy going right toward home plate. So he uses all of that energy that was in his legs and it goes right back up through the body. And so just that visual alone can help guys understand. One of the things that I like to show guys is to have the idea or the thought of, let's see if I can make it a little bit smaller. Imagining, I'm going to draw a little guy down here, that there's a little guy, let's make him a little bit bigger. There's a little guy sitting right here, and he's got a rocket launcher of some kind. And he's going to shoot that rocket into your body. So it's like rocket boosters going into your body, and it's redirecting that energy, and it is exploding into your body. And so you imagine this little man holding that right there. And so he's like, all right, I'm going to explode this, and then it's going to explode into you as you direct all that energy into the ball. So that's a good visual that you can use when you're on the mound to try to get that lead leg block. And ideally, what's going to happen is when all of the pieces beforehand really come together, this lead leg block almost happens effortlessly and easily without you even having to try. So the goal is, let's master the back leg and the back foot. Let's figure out how to be more spine dominant that we talk about to get the arm up, so then that lead leg block becomes a lot easier. So if that makes sense so far, we should probably cheers and have another water break. I know you watch those other videos, and I know you're tracking your water. And we are going to start to put this in action with our plan moving forward. So in the next video for day 7, it's all about laying out the plan for the next 14 days to get to work and see all your hard work start to come to fruition if it hasn't already.